Hello, today we're going to do a Yin Yoga practice that is about developing resilience by holding the pose, staying with the pose, even if it's a little uncomfortable. We're not masochists here, we're not interested in pain, but we are interested in developing resilience and self-knowledge and compassion for oneself. And the hope is that this will extend out beyond this knowledge and awareness will extend out beyond our individual selves into our communities and beyond. So we may need a belt, we may need a strap, we may need blankets, but we may not need any of them. So I just have them here. And I'm going to just sit on a blanket that's folded slightly, just so that it's quite shallow. Ruby Coyote is my assistant. She's very naughty today. Go to bed. Go to your bed, darling. Go to your bed. Good girl. All right. So I'm just consulting this early Yin Yoga book. Paul Grilley was one of the first Yin Yoga practitioners. And so I will work with this, and I'm also going to combine it with Thich Naht Hanh's Miracle of Mindfulness, a chapter that has some ideas of exercises to develop mindfulness. So we're going to combine those two things. Now, first of all, we're just going to sit, and we are going to work on square pose. So I have my hips elevated slightly, and square pose is literally you're putting your legs in a square. Now, this might be very hard for you, so use a block just to keep your leg up, if that's what feels good. And I will invite you to move your legs, to change legs. So this leg is sort of at 45 degrees, the bottom one, and then the top one is just here. We're working with this top leg, and you can see that mine is sticking up a bit, so that's okay. We're just going to sit here. And I'm going to set the timer for about 2 minutes, I think, for now. So we'll work on keeping our poses for about 1 or 2 minutes, not very long. And the practice of Yin Yoga is to continually expand your holds. So you can hold for a little bit longer. The physical background of Yin has to do with our connective tissue. The idea is that our muscles are worked in all kinds of poses. But in Yin Yoga, when you hold the pose, the connective tissue is able to move in about, or just change shape in 90 seconds. So if you hold the pose for at least 90 seconds, then some other deeper shifts and changes might occur. So no guarantees here, but this is the philosophy of Yin Yoga. So we're going to work on smiling, and the world is full of such misery. It's really terribly tragic, and people's personal lives can be very tragic as well. So Thich Naht Hanh writes that you should select whatever method of developing mindfulness works for you. And he suggests that when we wake up in the morning, I like this one, we hang a branch or another sign, or even the word smile on the ceiling or wall, so that you see it right away when you open your eyes. This sign will serve as a reminder. Use these seconds before you get out of bed to take hold of your breath. And now I'm just going to change my legs here, go to the other side. This sign will serve as your reminder. Use these seconds before you get out of bed to take hold of your breath. Inhale and exhale 3 breaths gently while maintaining the half smile. Follow your breaths. So here we are. Here we are in somewhere. We are looking for a half smile. So we'll just lift the edges of our lips up, hence half smile. Nothing too extravagant. So that was actually 3 minutes. So very good. So we will just shake we'll unfold our legs, and then we'll pump our legs. One of my very favorite teachers, Linfoot, told me the other day that our calves are like a second heart, and they pump blood extravagantly. So here we are pumping our calves and getting the bottom half of our body really powerfully circulating with blood. All right. So our next pose is going to be half butterfly, and it is a lovely pose. Here, which is just you can extend your legs out wide as is comfortable for you. And then let's lift our leg up. I'm not sure whether I'm wearing you or not, but I'm going to lift my right leg up. This is my right leg, and I'm going to put it here. And this is half butterfly. So here we are in half butterfly. And once again, we need to feel that we are sitting on our sit bones and we are even on our hips. And we'll feel that this is allowing us to correct imbalances. Apparently, this is what Paul Grilley says. Half butterfly stretches the back of the straight leg and the spine on the opposite side. It helps to correct imbalances in the flow of qi on each side of the spine. It also helps to decompress the spine, and this is especially helpful in a culture where 80% of us have lower back problems, probably from sitting all day in uncomfortable positions. So here we are. So let's drop our chin to our chest, and we're going to twist slightly or pivot slightly, and then we're going to drop our chin to our chest, and we're going to move towards that leg. So here we are, and you can see that the opposite side is really stretching out. And you could hold on to your shin or depending on where you are, or you could hold on to your foot or your ankle. So you do you, and we'll just stay here for several moments here. And the reason we have our chin to our chest is we want to feel that the crown of our head is moving towards our foot. So rather than focus exclusively on coming down, focus on extending, elongating your spine towards your foot. So you can half smile during your free moments. Anywhere you find yourself sitting or standing, you can half smile. Look at a child, a leaf, a painting on the wall, anything which is relatively still, and smile. So let's smile and look at our leg. Half smile here. Inhale and exhale 3 times. Maintain your half smile and consider that drishti, that focus on a spot, that spot of your attention as your own true nature. Smiling. So we'll inhale, smiling, exhale. Inhale, smiling, exhale. And last time, inhale and exhale. So, and then let's just roll up with our spine. Our head will be the last to come up. And we can just lift this leg up, extend it out, and draw the other foot in. And once again, if you feel like it, you could have a block under here. So you decide what works for you. All right, we're going to pivot over to this side, and we're going to draw ourselves towards that leg. We might be up here, or we might be moving down. And you'll feel that each side has its own identity. And some sides are stiffer than others. So that's okay. We're not robots. We're not symmetrical. We're beautiful, asymmetrical, somewhat unpredictable human beings. And we're going to just draw ourselves towards that foot, the top of our head. Drop the chin towards your chest, so the crown of your head is heading towards your foot. And we're holding here. You can, you don't have to have a tense hold on your legs or anything. One of the things that's happening is gravity is helping us to descend while we are elongating our spine towards our foot. And we're breathing here, and we're smiling. Don't forget our smile. We're bringing our smile to our whole body. Our whole body is smiling. And this is useful if, for instance, you're irritated, which I have to admit happens to me from time to time. If you're irritated, just bring that smile to your lips and inhale and exhale 3 times, smiling. See what happens. It might provide that hiatus, that pause that will allow you to get a grip on your feelings and redirect your energy from the negativity of irritation to something more affirming. So we're just going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to come up and move back to our pose. Let's do a little bit of that pumping, just because we can. So you can pump with one leg or with the other, and with the other, or you can pump with two legs. Here we are. Good. So now we're just going to sit on our sit bones. I have them raised up slightly. That's very useful for forward bends. We're going to do a forward bend here. And here, you could, if you feel like it, You could wrap a strap around your legs if you feel like it. This is completely unnecessary. But if it gives you a sense of an, forward movement, to just hold lightly to this and do that. Once again, tuck your chin towards your chest, and your head is moving towards your feet. So you're extending yourself long here. Or you don't have to have a strap. You could just hold on to your shins lightly, or your knees. And if your neck gets sore, you could put a block on your legs and just drop your head down. And you could add blocks to make this high enough for you. But if your neck is sore, do support it. Otherwise, you can just feel yourself moving over your legs, and you can bend your knees as well. So don't feel you have to have totally straight legs. You do you. So here, what we're supposed to be doing is feeling this stretch. So our legs are quite relaxed. We're trying not to overstress anything. So we're, over the course of several minutes, we may feel that this stretch is moving through our legs and through our spine, because we are stretching our spine here in this forward fold, all the way up to the skull. So I'm going to listen for this skull stretch, which I have not anticipated or experienced before. All right. So while we're in this pose, let's smile again, our half smile. Our smile with no effort to strain. And inhale and exhale. And feel the breath in our back body and in our side bodies. As we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we have about 26 seconds. Breathing, letting everything move through your smile. All right, now let's just roll up and let's stretch our arms out and up, and then draw our hands behind us and press into the floor and lift our chest up. So we're opening our chest in a bit of a counter movement here. Very nice. And let's clasp our shoulders, draw our hands towards our spine, and just turn slightly from in one direction and then the other, breathing here. Then open your arms out and rotate slightly here. Embracing yourself, thinking about self-compassion. I'm studying the Four Immeasurables in Buddhist philosophy, and one of them is compassion. And developing self-compassion is essential for developing compassion for others, according to these traditions. All right, So now here we're going to do infant, which is actually, it's called infant in Yin Yoga. I don't know why they have different names, but it's actually locust in our Hatha Yoga practice. And so I'm just going to put I'm putting a blanket on my mat where my pelvis is, because I press my pelvis into the ground and sometimes it hurts because I'm on a wooden floor. So here I am, I'm just down on my belly, and I have my legs out beside me. Sorry, my arms out beside me. And I'm going to turn my palms up so that they're facing each other. And then I'm going to lift my shoulders up, my chest, and my head. And then I'm going to lift my arms up, and then my legs. And here I'm pressing my pelvis into the ground. I don't feel any pain in my lower back. And I'm inhaling, and I'm smiling, and I'm exhaling, and I'm smiling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then come down, make a pillow with your hands, and turn your cheek to one side and lay it on your pillow. And turn your toes, your toes together, touch your big toes, and that will alleviate some pressure in your lower back. And now you can lift your head up and turn your face to the other side. Good. And now we're going to do that one more time. We're just going to, our palms are going to face each other, and we're going to lift our shoulders up, our chest, our head, and then our arms and our legs, pointing our toes, and really feeling our back body strong. And we're breathing, and we're looking at the floor. You don't need to overstretch or in front of you, wherever your natural spine curvature is going. You don't need to strain our neck at all here. And we're breathing here and smiling. Good. All right. And let's come down and put our hands under our shoulders and press back into child's pose. So here we have a wide leg child's pose, and we're putting our toes together. All right. And once again, you could make a pillow with your hands here and put your forehead on your pillow, or you could put your fists together. And if you're higher up here, you decide what works for you. And we're just going to hold here and breathe through our spine, through our back body. Right. And now we're going to come back down. We're going to press our hands on our belly. We're going to press our hands towards the outside of to the edges of the mat. And we're going to press up into you can start here if you like. If this is comfortable for you, you could start in this pose, which is Sphinx pose for obvious reasons. And then you could extend your arms out into seal. So the object here is to have no strain in your lower back. Once again, we are pressing our pelvis into the floor, and we are feeling that our spine is curving in a good way. So of course, anytime you find strain in your lower back, just come down and take a rest. Or you can draw your hands further out and settle more of your belly onto the ground. So you decide where that work is in your spine. And once again, you want your head in line with your spine, so you don't want any radical tilt of the head or anything. All right. And we're just holding here. And it's a demanding pose. We're breathing here, and we are smiling. This is the theme, developing self-compassion, self-love. We're breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. You can draw your hand, you don't have to move your hands, but you can press your palms of your hands into your mat and then feel as though you're drawing your hands towards your body, and you'll feel your chest move out through the gateway of your arms a little bit. So this is this is an isometric move, which is very good to stimulate your bones, because it draws the muscles towards the bones, and apparently causes your bones to become more dense through blood circulation. This is what I have read. All right, good. All right, so now let's come down, and let's just make another pillow with your hand. Put your forehead on the ground and breathe here. Good. All right. So let's go back and just do a brief. I did this little sequence with my teacher Pat the other day, and so here we're going to go into deer pose. And deer pose is just 45 degrees approximately. So you do you, and 45 degrees here approximately, and then you are sitting up, and you are facing this way. So it is a bit uncomfortable, I have to say. So find what works for you. You can, if you like, if you can put your foot up here, if that might make you feel a bit better, but it might not. In fact, well, it is, if you have strain, it might be not a bad thing to do. So you do you, and to see how you feel here. And you can come forward. Now, I can go all the way down, but here, apparently, I lose a lot of the movement. So just come down so that your arms are at an angle, support yourself, but you're not coming all the way down. And now let's just roll to the other side. So this is very good for your hips, actually. We could do this a few times. Move to one direction and then the other. Just feeling your hips, lubricating your hips, getting the synovial fluid working in your hips. And we'll go to the other side now in deer pose and see how that feels. Now, it'll feel different because our hips are different, and you might find that more uncomfortable, less uncomfortable. So once again, the point is not having any pain. Discomfort is okay. You want to move towards the discomfort and hold it maybe for a moment, and then come back. And then you might want to move towards the discomfort again and then come back. So you do you. So I'm going to put my hands in the front, and I'm going to feel myself descending slightly, and I'm just pivoting on my hips here towards the front. So these poses are interesting because they are inviting us to take our bones and our muscles and our connective tissue for a ride. Because we don't usually listen to our body. We don't usually attend to its sensations in such a concerted and deep way. And breathe. So we're breathing into our whole body, our whole torso here. Inhaling and exhaling. You can breathe from the belly, through the ribs, through the upper chest, and exhale through your nose. Let's breathe. Inhaling, belly, ribs all the way around, back body, front body, upper chest, upper back, and then exhale. Good. All right. Now let's do that again. Let's come back and do our wonderful hip mobility movements here. And very nice. And if you like, we can come right down onto our back and we will work on some modest twists here before we go into our another movement, another pose. Oops. All right, so let's come down onto our back and let's just lift our right foot up, catch the ankle on just above your knee, and draw your hand through and clasp either the back of your thigh or your shin and draw it towards you. And here, if this is too hard, you can use a strap and put the strap around your shin and hold onto the strap. So you do you. You have many ways of doing this that will help you have the same sensation. So you'll be listening to your body where it is in this very moment, not where you'd like it to be, where it once was when you were 12 or 22 or 30 or whatever. It's where it is now. And you are loving it. It is doing these poses in this moment. And we are breathing and we are smiling. Very nice. Now let's do the other side. We'll just draw that in. We're just stretching out the glute here. You can use your opposite elbow to press that thigh out, and that will give you some more sensation if you like. So we're drawing one knee in and potentially drawing the other knee out at the same time. There it is. Now let's put our feet down on the ground and shift the hips to the right, drop the legs to the left, and look at the opposite arm. And breathe here. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And now shift your knees up. Shift your hips to the center. Find the center of your mat. Then lift the hips up. Shift them in the other direction. Drop your knees the other direction. Open your arms out and look at your opposite hand. And you can close your eyes now and smile. Take 3 breaths, smiling. Inhale, a smile, exhale, a smile. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now let's roll back onto our back. Find our hips in the center of the mat and stretch our legs out below us. And we're just going to feel that sense of release, a sensation of really of just comfort in being in the mat, on the mat, and ease. And we can turn our lips up and smile and breathe through our whole body. Feel as though the breath that's coming in your nostrils is moving through your whole body from the top of your head to your toes and fingers. You're inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And I'm going to leave you there in your smiling Shavasana. And you can stay as long as you like and let me know what you think of this practice. Thank you for joining me. I'm grateful for your presence.